Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
To kill happy. Jews were happy to kill Palestinian children in the war in Gaza, because we are a blood cult, we are a death cult, because our Bible believes that the sins of the fathers are visited upon the children.
The point is right here that Hashem say, do not have mercy on the children. Kill all their children also. You kill all men and all women. Mi'olel ve'ad yonek. Even babies who breastfeed. Amazing.
How many civilians have been killed in Gaza, from what you know?
Who gives a shit?
Okay, but don't you feel like, for example, children?
Children grow up to be Arabs.
את יודעת כמה חפים מפשע נהרגו בעזה?
טוב, אז כנראה שנעצור.
ואת לא רוצה לענות על זה?
תודה.
אוקיי, אפשר לשאול למה?
כי אני לא חושבת שיש מישהו שהוא חף פשע שם.
את יודעת כמה חפים מפשע נהרגו בעזה?
לא, זה גם לא מעניין אותי.
לא? למה?
לא מעניין אותי, אני...
Jews were happy.
First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS, who I learned from. Shalom to those for leg preaching His word in truth and sincerity. To you ribs, to you sisters out there learning silence and staying in order, I say to you all, Shalom. You saw what that guy said, man. And you know, a lot of the stuff is being exposed now, man. It's wild because they're being more bold and out there frequently. Like, this is crazy because it's being put out there, man. And now you see the shit ain't fair. Like, for example, if another group of people said that about them, they will be in chains. Did you think about the craziness about that? Like, they could speak leisurely however they want. They could do whatever they say. They could say whatever they want, do whatever they want. And, you know, the earth is not with it, but at the same time, you see that you can't speak against them. You can't say anything that they say, because if you said that, you'd be gone. You'd be a whole goner. This is out Psalms 5 and 6. Though thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua will abhor the bloody and deceitful man. This person has no remorse. No remorse for anybody that's not of them. Right? Children, doesn't matter. It's wild, man. So look, in Deuteronomy 28 and 49, it says, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua shall bring a nation against thee from afar, from the ends of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Right? Because who was behind the transatlantic slave trade, right? The small hatters, right? Verse 50, a nation of fear consonants, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young, right? Which is Esau Edom, aka Amalek, the head tribe, which is the grandson of Esau. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Even the small hatters call Esau Amalek. It's wild. Yeah, but that's who we're dealing with, man. A person who doesn't care, right? And what they're quoting is about themselves, right? They're quoting the scriptures on Amalek, which is about themselves, right? In the book of, I believe, Judges or Kings. I'm going to get it right now. Salakio, bear with me. Samuel. Salakia. Give me 1 second. I swear it was First Kings. Hold on. Here it is. This is our 1 Samuel chapter 15 and 3. Now go and smite Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have and spare them not, but slay both man and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass. Right? So that was a commandment to do that to the children of Amalek. But you'll see what happens. Verse 4. And Saul gathered the people together and numbered them in Telaim from 100,000 footmen, 10,000 men of Judah. And Saul came to the city of Amalek and laid waste in the city. And Saul said unto the Canaanites, Go, depart, get you down from among the Amalekites, lest I destroy you with them. For ye showed kindness to all the children of Israel when they came out of Egypt. So the Canaanites departed from among the Amalekites, and Saul smote Amalekite and Havilah until thou comest to Shur, that is over against Egypt. And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive, and utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword. But Saul and the people spared Agag and the best of the sheep and of the oxen and of the fatlings and the lamb and all that were good, and would not utterly destroy them, but everything that was vile and refused that they destroyed utterly. Right? So they went against the Lord's commandment and kept some. Right? Now there's a purpose for this because there was prophecies to be fulfilled that's left about Amalek, right? So the Lord wants to execute this vengeance himself. But the point is that, these small hatters read this and say that this is okay to do now because that's what the Lord wanted to do. But they're killing, people that are not within this verse itself. Right, this verse is talking about Amalek. It's not talking about, Ishmael or, anything like that, or Elam. So this is the perverseness and how they speak leisurely about the scriptures. Right, but the Lord's gonna visit them, and He's the one that's gonna execute this verse to its fullest. The Lord shall visit them. Call hello Yahweh Shem Yahushua for that, because these people are beyond wicked. Let's see which one I'm looking for. Salakia, bear with me. This is Isaiah 41 and 15. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff. Right? So there's going to be a point where the Lord has give us our spiritual bodies to go and fight and smite Amalek to the strength and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai in full righteousness, after the Son Yahushai fulfills his prophecies. He's gonna send for hunters, and we're gonna give these guys exactly what they was looking for, man. All the smoke. Right, verse 16, thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them, and thou shalt rejoice in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and shall glory in the Holy One of Israel. Right? When we get to execute vengeance, man, for all these atrocities, man, for all the nasty work that they did throughout the world. Right? Isaiah 14 and 5 says, in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of rulers, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruleth the nations in anger and persecuted, and none hindereth. Right? When that happens, verse 7, the whole earth is at rest, and it is quiet, and they break forth into singing. See, and that's the end game, man. The scriptures say that when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn, and when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Right, and that's the end all be all, man. But yeah, man, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Makah, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. Shalom to the whole for like preaching his word in truth, sincerity, to you ribs, to you sisters out there learning in silence and staying in order. I say to you all, Shalom.